Welcome back, friends. Johnny here, and today on the griddle we are making fresh hash browns. That's right, shredded, crispy hash browns on the griddle from scratch. I'll let you know if it's worth your time to do it. You're going to need some potatoes. Obviously, we're starting off with russet potatoes, and then we're going to grate them into water. You got to go into the water because you want to get the starch off. You can see all that starch is sitting in there, and it'll make them turn brown. So not only do you want to grate them into the water, but then you got to rinse them out. I rinsed this bowl like 3 times to try to get as much starch out as possible, and then hopefully you can see it looks a little bit clear. It's still cloudy, but it looks a little bit clearer, and you can kind of see the potatoes in there. So rinse them off, grate them, try to get as much of that starch out, and then now we got to get all the water out. So you want to pick it up, squeeze them real tight, just hold on like it's your first girlfriend in high school or junior high. Squeeze that potato as tight as you can. Then you're going to go ahead and lay them down on the paper towel or a kitchen towel, as long as it's clean, obviously. Spread them out. Then I took a paper towel and I just blotted them all the way around. So now we want to get all of the moisture off the potato. So starch is not our friend, moisture is not our friend. We want it all gone before we're going to put these on the griddle. It's a little bit of a process, I'm not going to lie. They turned out great, but it's a little bit of a process, as you can see me getting all this off. Then, after they rest for about 5 minutes, I went ahead and just kind of fluffed them up a little bit with my hands. They're nice and dry, they feel good. They're about ready to go out and put them on the griddle. So, we went ahead and moved out to the griddle. Got our griddle here, and we're going to put down butter, and we're going to let that melt in. And then we're also, when the butter melts, we're going to put down some oil as well. So you're getting the butter to get kind of brown, and then you're putting the oil down with the butter so then it doesn't burn. You want it to get brown, but you don't want it to burn. And you can see here we're around 400 in some areas, 350 in others. So it's good and hot. 375 to 400 is what you're looking for. And it may look like a lot of butter and oil, and that's because it is, folks. This requires a lot. Trust me, you don't want to see how much oil and butter is used in the restaurants you go to. It's kind of like you don't want to see how the sausage is made, sort of thing. You don't want to see the hash browns are made either. But that's what makes them crispy. That's what makes them golden brown, like they're fried, because there's a lot of oil and butter there to fry them. So spread them out even, and I hit it with a dome. A lot of times I like to use a steak weight, but I decided dome this time. A little bit of salt and pepper on there, just to make sure. Pull them up. It's been about 4 or 5 minutes here, okay? Give them a flip, and they're not quite there. They look good, but they're not quite there. Normally, I would have just peeled them up and taken a look myself, but I wanted to show you. So we'll go ahead and flip them back over, and then we'll let them go for a couple more minutes. It's going to vary depending on your griddle. So, I mean, if yours is at 410 and mine's at 370, I mean, it's just going to take a little longer. So you got to keep peeking at them and looking there. But I'd say your total time is, you're probably going to look at 6 to 8 minutes. I put down more oil. You can never have too much oil in this situation. And then probably around 8 minutes here is when I flipped them over. And yes, sir, that's what we're looking for. Crispy, golden, brown hash browns. They were delicious. Were they worth the effort? I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'll still just use the frozen ones. I hope this was helpful. If you want to see my other hash brown video, it's on your screen now. I think I'm going to start my diet next week. Thank you all for watching. Have a good one. Keep on grilling, folks.